Jordan Arena.
You could own Arsenal.
Can't wait.
You'll like it. You'll like it, D. Katie, what you got?
DeAndre, what goes into?
Oh, sorry.
Oh,
You go. You do your thing. You go.
DeAndre, now I'm embarrassed. But DeAndre, what goes into the process of you staying ready, being ready to play, when you don't know whenever what nights you're going to be in rotation.
I think it's just continuing to be a professional. Like post All-Star break, you start to become even more locked in on game plans, and it's just how the NBA goes. But I think it's just being a pro, having to cut my wine off, which sucks, but it's for a greater goal. But no, it's just our team, man. Everybody is so happy for the next guy, but also ready when their opportunity is there and when their number's called. And I think it's just, like I said, it's about being a pro, staying ready.
When does the wine cutoff start?
I try to start it like right after All-Star break. Try is the word there. But as the season, you get into single-digit games, you want to start to have a routine, and I'm super meticulous about that, especially when the postseason's around the corner. So that rest, taking care of my body even more than what I do throughout the course of the regular season, and because our plan and our goal is to continue to play late into the postseason again.
Do you have a preferred varietal of wine?
I'm a Bordeaux guy right now. I'm into that. Some white Burgundies I'm a big fan of at the moment, but it'll change, I'm sure. But right now, that's what I'm into.
Peyton said that you're quick with harsh truths as well as encouragement. How do you find that?
Peyton said that. I think it's just being honest with our guys. We hang out so much off the floor. I think that we don't listen to how it's being delivered. It's about the message. And, tempers flare, things get emotional, especially when we're all competitors out there and we want to win. And honestly, it's not just veterans doing that to younger guys. We all hold each other accountable. Like Colin held me accountable last night, and he wasn't even playing. He told me some things I needed to do better and some things that I needed to see out there on the floor. And we listened to that, and I listened to that because we all have each other's back, and ultimately we all have the same goal. So,
How beneficial can that be, though, when the other young guys see you getting, advice from a young guy, knowing that it's not just you saying, hey, I'm the old vet that knows what I'm doing, just listen to me.
I think it's just the respect that we have for each other. Like I said about last night, Colin, who's played years of college and won championships, he knows how to play the game, and just giving me different things that I can see. And with a guy like Peyton, he'll hold me accountable. I remember early on in the season, I was tired on one play, and I ended up kind of lingering around the free throw line when there was a rebound to be gotten. He got on my ass about it. And later on, I was like, I appreciate that. Get on me every time you see me not doing something that I'm supposed to be doing. And I think that when you have a team like that where everybody can be accepting of criticism, it just brings us closer and, shows what kind of team we have.
Is that the usual thing in the NBA?
No. No, I don't think so. But our team is very different. Not saying that we're better than other teams at it. We're different. Like, our best player is one of the most low maintenance guys I've ever been around, and I say that as an extreme compliment to him. He wants to win. He's extremely unselfish, and if he's like that, then who am I to act any different? Who is Peyton Watson to act any different? We all fall in line, and we want the best for each other, and that's great. That's all you can ask for.
DJ, I have a convoluted question.
What do you want?
Peyton was a five-star recruit.
Yeah.
Went to college for a year and didn't really work out himself. That sounds familiar to me. For you, that the similar journey to this league. How early in your career did you know you had made the right decision? And did you see that level of confidence in Peyton even last year, as people might look at him as a player
Um, well, personally, for me, I think that the only time I kind of questioned my decision was on draft night. When you hear all of these picks going and you're still there waiting. But after that, I made the right choice, obviously, for me individually, and I wouldn't trade it for anything, especially with the journey that I've had. But for a guy like Peyton, his talent is there. You know, I'm not too familiar with the situation that he had at UCLA, but watching him play his highlights in high school that he's shown us countless times, he was extremely talented, man. And you know, I think they had some guys come back that were supposed to get drafted or something. I'm not sure. But I mean, I'm glad that his situation happened the way it did because he's with us and not with another team. So when you look at things like that, it's kind of like, you know, the universe makes things fall into place where they should. And he had some time to develop last year because if he went on a team where it was different and he had to produce right away, it could be a different story. But Peyton works his ass off and he's ready for moments like these. Like when he got in the game last night, he was confident. Stepped right into his first shot in the playoffs ever for him and shot a three. Didn't think about it, didn't question it. He's worked on his game and he was ready for that moment.
DeAndre, you're still here and contributing to the NBA champion. Blake Griffin retired this week,
Mhm.
and I was just curious if you had any thoughts, kind of looking back on your time spent with him. I think time has kind of robbed us of understanding how good Blake was.
First of all, Blake's a quitter. I can't believe he did that. I'm very happy for Blake, man. He's at peace with his decision. I'm happy for him. He has so many things going on post basketball that he loves, and I had the great opportunity of being his teammate for 10 years. I feel like we helped do a lot of great things in LA for a long time, and you know, being able to be teammates with a guy for 10 years and see his growth, how he pushed us, and just his development and evolution throughout the game. When he first came in, he was dunking the basketball all the time. Then he worked on his handle, his jump shot, shooting threes, and then he became a point forward. And it was just kind of, you know, he did a lot of great things, and I was very lucky to have, you know, not only been his teammate but his friend too. So.
DJ, you talked about wanting to get into a routine. How does your routine change when you go from not playing very much to your minutes increasing?
I do the same thing. I'm very routine based. I'm super meticulous about it. Even if I know I'm not going to play, I'm going to still do my routine the same way. I think just for me, it's about a rhythm. And I didn't know if I was going to play yesterday. Aaron and Peyton got into foul trouble, I think. They needed me for a little quick span. In the playoffs, our guys are going to play a ton of minutes. So whenever you're out there for 2 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever it is, you know, you got to do whatever you can do to either, you know, keep the lead or, you know, cut into their lead. But that's our second unit is like that. We're kind of like the Suicide Squad a little bit. Yeah.
DeAndre, you won the championship last year after what, 16 years, something like that.
Yeah.
In the league, and now you're part of this team trying to become defending champs. How can you compare like this era to all the other stops you had of your career? Is there like a greater level of purpose playing for a team like this that clearly has already proven they can do it and trying to do it again?
I think the purpose and the goal is the same regardless of what team it is, but I think it's all about timing sometimes, putting the right pieces together to win, a little bit of luck. And I think that all of those things kind of aligned for us last year. And, you know, we obviously, you know, love and miss guys like Ish and Jeff and Bruce and Thomas Bryant and guys who helped us win a ring. I hope I didn't forget anybody. You know, now we're putting a lot of faith into our young guys like CB and P. Watt. Reggie's doing his thing in the second unit. We asked a lot of him throughout the year when Jamal was hurt. But I think it's just guys being prepared for that moment and whatever their role may be. And we've done a great job with that this season.
When you see Coach Malone sort of getting into it with the refs, do you feel the need sometimes to just get in between him and the ref just to sort of protect the coach? Or
I gauge it on the redness of his face. And if it starts to get a little like the girl from Willy Wonka when she ate the blueberry, when it gets a little bit almost, then I kind of step in there. But he does a pretty good job of knowing when to tone it down. No fourth quarter text is our goal for him.
Did that happen yesterday? Maybe.
All right, so